He's being awfully cooperative, isn't he? Then again, it's not a stretch to think he's only doing it because he's got something up his sleeve.
He's an incredibly shrewd man. Most likely, he's happy to do whatever will shine the most favorable light on him once Crossbell's occupation period is over.
True enough. He wouldn't want to screw up his chance to potentially play mediator between Crossbell and the Republic. I get the feeling he'd get along great with Lecter. He's our ally for now, but there's no guarantee how long that'll last.
Exactly. It's in our best interest to remain wary of him. Still, if working with him helps protect those I care about most, then I'll gladly do so.
Likewise. Tio said to aim for the area up ahead. Crossbell's future rests in our hands, so let's get moving.
Right.
That was some fight.
This sector has been abandoned for quite some time. It's not hard to imagine why so many powerful monsters settled in here. What amazes me more is just how much these Arcus orbments are capable of.
Yeah, they'll be a real asset to us in the future. They're so modern, they're practically still in testing over at the Empire.
I miss the variety of arts I could use before, but in terms of balance, they're much more suited for combat than our Enigma 2s.
Well, Erebonia's always had the upper hand on military technology, if nothing else. We should count ourselves lucky that Michel got his hands on them for us. On that note, we should also count ourselves lucky for being able to utilize them so well. I don't think we've had a single problem linking up.
I admit, it's a strange feeling. It's as if we knew everything there was to know about one another, through and through. Almost as if our bodies became one.
How, poetic. Sort of like how you perform with Elia on stage, right? That's like being one, in a sense.
Now that you mention it, you could put it that way, yes. At this point, however, I doubt I would even need one of these to match my movements to hers in battle. So this is what the Geofront E sector looks like. This one supposedly had its existence hidden from the general public, didn't it?
That's what Ellie said anyway. It was kept sealed off to keep everything inside strictly confidential. Corrupt officials and Diet members used it to conceal any information they didn't want leaking out. She did add that it wasn't its only use, though. Just one of them.
I see. Not the kind of place we can just leave as it is, then.
Yeah. We need to make our way through here, whatever it takes. Ready to give it everything we've got?
Of course.
I'm just glad I'm going through first.
What's wrong?
Never mind me. I can't tell her it's because of her outfit. That takes care of them. Hope I didn't end up dragging you down any.
There was never any chance of that. I can't think of anyone else who could go through the things you did and come out stronger than ever. You should be more confident, Lloyd.
There's no way I could have gone through it all alone, though. I've still got a ways to go as a detective, too. And when you think about all the obstacles we've got waiting for us, I'm nowhere near strong enough to handle it all.
I wouldn't say that.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I've got no confidence in my own abilities. I just think it's important to be able to give an honest assessment of your own strengths and weaknesses. When it comes to pure strength in combat, Randy and Noelle clearly come out on top. With processing information, it's Tio, Yona, and Fran. And in terms of negotiation tactics, I can't compare to Ellie or the Chief either. If we don't make good use of our respective strengths, we're not going to be able to get through what's ahead. We might not all be able to stay in the same place anymore. We still need to be able to work together.
Oh, they've started keeping a watch on everyone then?
Yeah, I think Randy was the first one. After that, Ellie and Noelle started being watched. If it weren't for Tio's help, Kia and I would probably be in trouble too.
Is Kia still with Arios and Shizuku?
Yeah, Arios is looking after both of them. They should be okay for the time being. If the Imperial Army sets their eye on them, things could get nasty. It's okay. The reason we're here is to try and avoid coming to that. Best get moving. We've still likely got a ways to go.
True. Let's go.
All right. So far, so good.
I suppose.
Is something wrong?
I just have a bad feeling about something. I'm sorry. It's probably just my imagination.
So you say, but those bad feelings of yours usually pan out to be accurate. I've had my life saved by them enough times to know that. If it weren't for you, I'd have probably died on one of those landmines, or been hit by that sniper.
I'd forgotten all about those. I have much less of an idea what the cause of this one could be, though. I only have a general, vague sense that something dangerous is drawing near.
Could it be that skilled warrior Sal mentioned earlier?
It might be. If all we were dealing with was a skilled warrior, I'm sure I'd be able to take care of them. This, though, whatever it is, it feels far beyond my capabilities. I'm probably not making much sense, am I?
No, it's okay. Even the warning alone is appreciated. Rixia knows how to keep her cool in a crisis better than anyone I know. If what we're up against has even her on edge, I need to work on kicking my instincts up a notch or two. At least so they're as good as guys. Well, according to the data Tio gave us, we should be over halfway through by now. Let's just stay alert. If we don't know what we're up against, all we can do is try and be prepared for anything.
Agreed. Oh my. This facility would be the center of Crossbow's orbital network, yes?
In a way, the overall structure is far too complex for this to unambiguously be its center, but it's a good chunk. Either way, if the Imperial Army took it over, they'd have instant access to all info related to us on the net. Every Crossbell citizen's personal data, records on our financial transactions, even the layout of the whole Geofront. If we want to have any hope of a future, we can't allow that to happen.
I agree. Why not just destroy the facility itself, though?
We could, I guess. But from what I can gather, it could still prove useful to us once the net's safely back in our hands. So the plan is to leave the hardware itself intact, but wipe any and all personal data the Army could take advantage of.
And that's where that initialization unit Teal made comes in, right?
Right. Roberts and Yona were the ones who actually designed it, though. They wrote the program for it from scratch, too. And that makes things easy on our end. Once we boot up the computer, it'll create a backup of everything we need before wiping it clean.
Initialization unit activated. Confirming connection to Terminal 0. The unit will commence backing up all data, initializing the system, followed by performing a reboot operation. Are you certain you wish to continue? If so, please press the red button at the center of the unit to proceed.
Right.
Commencing all required processes.
Nicely done, Lloyd.
It's not like I did anything special. It's funny. Ordinarily, this kind of work would take hours. This unit will let us get in and out in 10 minutes flat. Those two never cease to amaze, do they?
Roberts and Yona? They certainly are impressive. In the meantime, let's secure the area.
Stop where you are.
I didn't sense anyone coming.
Targets confirmed. I presume these must be Lloyd Bannings and Rixia Mao, respectively.
How do they know our names? Hold on. Isn't that Itachi? Like the one Arios uses.
I'm nowhere near as proficient with one as he is, though. But we should be able to handle the two of you at least.
Clown Soleus.
The hell?
A black puppet?
Sorry, but we've got our orders. We can't let you finish what you came here for.
I'm afraid we can't let you stop us either.
We won't let you past.
Confirming activation of combat link.
It looks like more Arcus units ended up leaking out than I thought. We should form one too, then.
Understood. Activating Arcus.
There shouldn't be any need to neutralize them. Our goal is to buy enough time for the initialization process to finish running. Let's do this, Rixia!
Right.
And we can't afford to give them that time, Altina.
Understood. Commencing assault.
I'm surprised. I knew full well Rixia would pose a threat, but I wasn't expecting half as much from a simple detective.
You could say it runs in the family. I'm just as impressed by how proficient you are with that blade, given your age.
I've still got a long way to go, honestly. I won't be worthy of being called a divine blade anytime soon.
Rin, time is running short. I think it's time you stopped holding back.
I suppose you're right.
What?
Be careful!
What's he doing?
Such negative energy.
Initialization process completed. Rebooting all systems in an initialized state.
We did it!
What a relief.
What should we do?
Captain Lecter gave us two orders. One was to prevent the initialization. The other was only to be completed in the event we couldn't. We'll just do that one.
Captain Lecter!
It couldn't be the same Lecter from the Imperial Army's Intelligence Division, right?
Heed my call! Valamar, the Ashen Knight!
Holy...
An ion? No, it isn't.
Wait, no!
Lloyd!
We can at least get the data out of here.
We'll split our losses this time. Arrest warrants haven't been issued for either of you yet. So go.
Damn it. Just tell me one thing, as I'm sure you already know. My name is Lloyd Bannings, and I'm a police detective with the Crossbelt State Police Department. What's your name?
I'm with Thor's Military Academy, Class 6. No. I'm a provisional military officer with the Crossbelt government. Reen Schwarzer. Yes, this is Schwarzer speaking.
Hey, good job on the mission.
Nothing good about it, I'm afraid. I couldn't prevent them from erasing all the data.
It's not the end of the world. They've still got plenty of other options. They're not the type to give up easily, but it'll set them back in the meantime.
Is that so, Captain? You must know them fairly well.
I guess you could say that. They're no pushovers. They've had the odds stacked against them in more ways than I can count, but they've come out the other side every time.
I'm so sorry I couldn't do anything. I had a feeling something was going to happen, but I was powerless when it really did.
Don't feel bad. There was no way we could have seen that coming, especially that night. It was kind of like an ion, but at the same time it wasn't. Or like the archaisms, for that matter. He called it the Ashen Knight, didn't he?
He did. Its power was out of this world. Do you think that was one of the Imperial Army's new weapons, too?
I don't think so. I mean, yeah, it shares some similarities with their soldats. I don't know. Feels like there's more to it than that. And its pilot was anything but normal. Let's put it out of our minds for now. We stopped that data from falling into the Army's hands. Wasn't our smoothest operation, but I'd still call it a success. I'm sure Tio, Yona, and Roberts can make do even without those terminals. We can always count on Ellie, Randy, Noel, the Chief, and Dudley too. Even Kia, Arios, Wazi, and Zeit will help us. There are still many barriers left between us and our goals, but we can get over them, so long as we're together.
Right.
You're heading back then?
That's the plan. I've played my part. I'll return with Valimar in the train this afternoon.
Well, if that's what you want to do. I was just wondering if you wanted to go back on the Eisengraph together instead. You two haven't spoken since, right?
Excuse me.
This is where we part ways then. I look forward to any collaborative efforts we may have in the future.
Yeah. Oh, right. Do you have anything you want me to pass on to Milliam?
Not especially. We may technically be sisters, but I am simply a tool. I feel no particular familial bond with her. I imagine that deep down, she feels the same way.
Yeah, but no. Forget it. Take care, okay? I don't doubt you're going to be sent on plenty of dangerous missions in the days to come.
Understood? Is something wrong?
Not really. I'm just kind of jealous of them, I guess.